Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a scrapbook layout for you for Paper Rose. I'm going to be using one of their new Happy Moments collection. I have the 6x6 paper pad and the embossed die cuts, both sets. So I have the tags and the tickets, and I also have the regular embossed die cuts. I also have 3 or 4 beautiful metal dies from their website and 2 photos that I'm going to be scrapbooking today. And we are going to go ahead and use the 6x6 paper pad, so no 12x12 papers on today's layout, just metal die cuts, ephemera pieces, and the 6x6 paper. So off camera, I went ahead and die cut a bunch of flowers and circles and different things from the 6x6 papers. I'm going to use this Bella Boulevard Besties pattern just to ground my layout. I also used it to cut my title, which you can see over there. I used a metal die cut, some alphabet dies from Honeybee Stamps, and you can barely see them. They're kind of blending in with my desk, but they say just chilling or just chillin', and I have some white highlights on them too. So we'll see those in just a second when I put them onto the layout. I am going to go ahead and map my 2 photos and kind of start to plan out how I want my page design to be. So those circle dies are the Wonky Stitched Inside Out Circles 2 metal die. And I used almost all of them to create a bunch of circles in all different sizes. There are some that are like larger and kind of look like donuts. There are some that are thinner. And all of the dies, all those little circle dies right there are all in the same collection. They all have this fun kind of stitched detail. Really, really cute die set. And I had a lot of fun cutting them out of all the different pattern papers. So I'm going to go ahead. I kind of decided on my page design, and now I'm going to start to go ahead and get everything on. You can see I'm kind of counting because I want to make sure that these center elements are in fact centered. Then I'm using a full sheet of the 6x6 paper, and I'm placing that right centered. So that's going to be the center of my layout. And then I'm going to do a diagonal line of all of these circles. So I did cut those circles apart. They're all different sizes, and I wanted to have them kind of make this little diagonal embellishment cluster from the top left to the bottom right. And you can see here I've chosen mostly the same pattern for these circles. I kind of stuck to the same, the plaids and the stripes. I just really liked how they looked. So I'm going to have a little play here. I'm going to get all these circles and die cut pieces into place. Then I am going to place my 2 photographs at a little bit of an angle so you can see them there. These are 2 photographs of my niece Ella and my dog Fitz. And they are the best of friends. And they love nothing more than to hang out with each other when she comes to visit. I have that little die cut piece. That's from one of the die cut papers, the 6x6 die cut papers, but it's perfect size to add just a little annotation, a little bit of journaling and the date. Then we have all of the flowers. So these flowers are all cut from that 6x6 paper. They are from just a couple of different dies from Paper Rose. So we have the Amy Etched Flower metal die. we have the Etched Blooms 3 metal die. And then that larger kind of sprig of leaves, that is the leaf sprig metal die. So I took that 6x6 paper and I die cut from all of those different flower dies. And then I went ahead and created these gorgeous layered flowers. We're going to use those for our clusters. And then I have some of the embossed die cuts. You can see here I did choose a few, and I'm going to kind of use those to accent both my diagonal line and also to accent some of those floral clusters. So this particular layout features two products that most everyone would have in their stash, whether you're a traditional card maker, whether you're a traditional scrapbooker. You definitely probably have 6x6 papers and metal dies. So that was why I decided to use this. I am going to try during the month of September to show you lots of ways to incorporate these smaller papers into our projects, whether those are 6x6 papers, 6x8 papers, or scrap papers. And I really hope you enjoy it. Most of the layouts I've already created and filmed for my channel for this month include those aspects, those smaller sized papers, and then just having some white cardstock. So if you are someone who has a limited budget, if you're on limited supplies for scrapbooking, here we go. This is the month for you. I kind of challenged myself. I have been enjoying using smaller sized papers, smaller sized elements on my projects, and scraps. Using scraps, for example, earlier this month I did a layout where I used all the branding strips from one collection. So we're going to keep with that kind of theme as much as possible. That could, in theory, change with regard to what design teams want me to do. But as often as I can and in any way that I can, I'm going to make sure to include these smaller papers. And so here's kind of like another page design where I used a full 6x6 paper to center my layout and then create this, create the rest of this page with the die cuts and the papers. And I think it turned out so cute. I love doing layouts like this, and I think that you'll enjoy kind of like checking out the tips and tricks and all the fun stuff with it. Next, I'm going to go ahead and get my title into place, and here's where you're really going to be able to see like the font and the white gel pen highlights on this title. So I chose a set of alphabet dies from my stash. I cut the letters first from the same kind of black and white polka dot or black and gray polka dot paper that I used across the middle. And then with a white gel pen, I just added some highlights. Now I make dickers. Dickers are DIY thickers. They are, when you cut your alphabet dies, you cut 3 of them in white cardstock. And then the top layer is the only layer that has the pattern paper. That term was coined by my friend Nicole. She is Colibing here on YouTube, and I think it's just perfect. It's the perfect name for these. So almost any time that I do a title with metal alphabet dies, I do this technique to stack them up. It gives them just a little bit more definition. It's just like putting thickers on your page, but so much better. And you never run out of vowels. And here is the finished layout. I'm just going to trim off those end pieces and we are good to go. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you have made it this far in the video and you would like to support my channel, you can do so for free by hitting the like button, or in the comments, send me your favorite flower emoji for today, and that will be wonderful. I would appreciate it so much. Here are all the close-ups, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.